Hello, I'm solo this week and pleased to have the opportunity to introduce Zero Building Services or Zero BS. The concept here is simple. Strata Council members are volunteers running corporations that require multiple vendors for services. Many thousands of these corporations don't have the luxury of a strata manager who helps them, and they may or may not be getting a fair price or value for the services that they need. At Octo AI, we have a good sense of who serves Strata across BC and can assist you in getting quotes, whether you're looking to improve the service quality or get a better price. So we've built Zero Building Services to help. You know what you need. You can simply give us that list of what you're looking for, provide your previous scope or contract, and we will help facilitate the process, running a tender, securing bids against a rubric and scoring them for you, providing you with a clear framework to make a decision. And I want to be clear, your strata council makes the decision. We are not licensed strata managers, so don't negotiate or enter into contracts on your behalf. And of course, if you're lucky enough to have a strata manager, we would be delighted to work alongside them, because they often have their own Rolodex and lots of great vendor relationships, and hopefully they've got your interests at heart. A strata manager's time is precious. So if we can take this part off their plates and allow them to focus on helping you with the decisions, then we think that that might be a good fit as well. But if you're self-managed, this is a good fit. If your council's doing its best, but you're struggling with vendor procurement, if you've received a large quote and you've got no idea whether it's fair, whether you've been burned before by a contractor who hasn't delivered, or you'd like documented proof for your owners and for yourselves that you've run a proper process. Um, and finally, if you're tired of asking around for referrals and just hoping for the best, we really do have some insights that I think will make us ideally positioned to assist with this process. How's it going to work? Well, we're going to charge you. And I know that that's a shocking thing for me to say, but this is real work with real knowledge and expertise, and we intend to deliver you excellent value. We're going to set it up in little buckets where you can have up to 3, 6, or 10 tenders per year, and you can add on extra ones for a flat price. And this pilot pricing may or may not stick. We're not sure how hard it's going to be for us to do this at some sort of scale. And we want to make sure that it's successful for you as well. If you're not ready for a subscription, we're happy to take a look at your budget, talk with you about your current situation, see where you might find value, and do a one off for you. You can give us 20% of what you save for the same scope of work. And if that turns out to be successful, then maybe you'll join us and we'll work together going forward. Big capital projects or requests for proposals where the scope isn't clear. That could be building envelope, it could be roofing, it could be some major project that you'd like to have different people put forth different types of materials and solutions for, are going to be a lot more work. We're proposing charging $1,000 to run that process and 0.5% of the selected vendor's contract value. We're going to have to see whether that makes sense. There are also specialists. In fact, for roofing, I was going to have a roofing consultant join me in this webinar slot. He was busy. That's that time of year. The sun is shining. So we'll do it again. But if there is a specialist that you'd like to work with, we'll gladly send you in their direction. But that's how we're proposing to charge. I want to speak to the issue of the vendors because I think this is one of the most important parts. Vendors pay zero fees. I can't say how important that is. Vendors are constantly getting hit by vendor management software and other processes where they have to pay just to be listed or to have their insurance documents verified or to be seen and shown opportunities to bid or to have priority with respect to those processes. And it's a real burden on them and it's a toll booth because ultimately it raises the cost of services for all. And I want the strata corporations to see very transparently who they're paying and what for the service that they receive back. So we want to ensure that vendors do not get charged by us or anybody else as a gatekeeper along the way. Vendors have also felt like they've been used as a bit of a throwaway bid. So they're in one of these vendor management softwares and they get contacted to provide a quote, and they do in good faith. And then they find out that, as always, the quote went to the firm that had the relationship with whomever was running that particular community. And we want to make sure that we're running a very transparent process so that it's fair and they get a treated reasonably with respect to the other vendors that are proposing. The stratas themselves will negotiate and make the final decisions. So that's what this is all about. If you'd like to learn more about Zero Building Services, head onto our website or email us info@zerobuildingservices.com. The idea: better procurement for you, better opportunities for vendors, and hopefully value for everyone within the system. Thanks for your time today. We'll speak to you.